Hello and welcome. You're watching News Now on ET Now. I am Snehisha and good to have you with us today. Let's bring you the top news of this hour. The US Senate has voted 86-11 to advance a bill that could impose tariffs of up to 100% on countries buying Russian oil and gas, including India and China. Now, the bill, named after Senior and Senator Lindsey Graham, allows the US president to impose tariffs on the top 5 buyers of Russian energy. However, the 100% figure is only a ceiling. The actual rate would be decided by the US Trade Representative, and President Trump can also waive the measure subject to congressional review. Now, the bill will now move to the US House, and if passed, it could reach Trump for approval. Meanwhile, Democrats have warned that the bill hands Trump's sweeping new tariff powers that he could weaponize with abandon, as he has repeatedly done in the past. Now, for India, this development comes at a sensitive moment in the US-India trade relationship, with both sides working to finalize a trade deal. The immediate question that now arises is whether Washington will use this legislation as leverage or as a direct challenge to India's energy choices. In fact, let's take it across to my colleague Sumita, who's joining us with more details on this latest development. Sumita.
That's right. The U.S. Senate has approved a bill that is going to allow U.S. President Donald Trump to impose 100% tariffs. This on countries that are purchasing Russian oil and Russian gas, natural gas. In fact, this is specifically on top 5 purchasers of Russian energy, is what we're given to understand, and this includes India and China. Remember, the bill is named in honor of a Republican Senator Lindsey Graham. He passed away on July 11th, and he strongly advocated for new sanctions against Russia for launching the Ukraine war, which currently is in its 5th year. And this has been approved by Senate by an overwhelming majority, 86-11 votes. So, of course, there are concerns because of the fact that India and the United States have been engaged to finalize a trade agreement. In fact, we've been given to understand by India's Commerce Secretary Rajesh Agarwal in the past couple of months that the deal is finalized. Just the signing of the deal is pending, and similar commentary is also coming from the United States side, particularly if we talk about Sergio Gore, the US ambassador to India. And he has said that 99% of the deal is done. Of course, both the sides are working through some of the concerns that they have. And of course, besides India and China, there are other countries as well as part of the list. That includes Azerbaijan, Hungary, Slovakia. They're currently amongst the top 5 importers of oil and gas from Russia. The bill, however, also provides exceptions for countries that import less than 15% of the natural gas from Russia and are taking steps to reduce those imports. Now, the legislation also includes sanctions on Putin himself and of course, senior military leaders as well, Russian financial institutions and Russian energy projects. And of course, the bill would definitely be expanding U.S. sanctions to target reflag oil tankers that Moscow uses to circumvent the existing American sanctions on Russian oil and, of course, energy revenues. But the important point that is to be focused on here is the fact that the bill is yet to be passed by the House of Representatives. And of course, until then, it is definitely going to be a wait and watch for the Indian government, but we're yet to hear a formal statement on what this will mean for negotiations going forward and on India's strategy going forward.
On the Russia sanction bill and your trade negotiations with India, where does it stand right now, and does that impact this trade deal that is supposed to happen sometime soon?
That's up to the negotiators, and I can't give you insight into ongoing.
Okay, that's the word coming in from Kevin Hassett, the Director of National Economic Council of the US. But shifting focus